For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software. With Doodly, you drag, you drop, you tweak some settings, and boom, video done. It'll take you just a few minutes. So, let's hear from the Doodly creator, Brad, to see why Doodly is so easy to use and why you should grab this offer right now.
Hi, I'm Brad Callen, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create doodle videos, just like the one you're watching right now, using Doodly, our drag and drop doodle software that allows anyone, regardless of tech skills, to create highly engaging professional doodle videos in a matter of minutes. Because doodle videos are fun and engaging, they can get you more clicks, likes, shares, and most importantly sales than any other type of video. Which is why Doodly is now the video tool of choice for over 150,000 businesses all over the world in virtually every industry and profession that you can imagine. Doodle videos are perfect for marketing, teaching, fundraising, personal use, and even inspiring others. After all, one of the keys to a successful video is to capture your audience's attention and keep it for an extended period of time. And since you're still watching this video, you already know how great doodle videos are at doing just that. Not only are doodle videos incredibly captivating, but research shows that they massively boost learning and memory retention. As a result, viewers really absorb your message, making your videos that much more impactful. And even better, doodle videos can make complex or boring subjects fun and easy to understand. So let me quickly show you how simple and easy Doodly makes it to create an interesting professional video. Alright, here I am inside the Doodly software, which is available for Mac and PC. You'll notice that you can choose the style of your video, selecting from whiteboard, blackboard, greenboard, glassboard, and for more advanced users, you can even use a green screen background, giving you lots of control over the video style. In this example, let's create a nice looking whiteboard doodle video. You'll notice that Doodly makes it super easy to create your own doodle videos with done-for-you scenes, hundreds of characters, a huge selection of props and images, royalty-free music, and even text. And for the ultimate in customization, you can even upload your own images, fonts, props, and music. Now to create a doodle video, it's really simple. First, I'll add a headline to get people's attention, then center it before adding a character. I like this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a prop too. I'll resize everything and voila, we have Steve reading a book on his chair. For the next slide, I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of adding a character or prop, I'm going to use one of Doodly's super convenient done-for-you scenes. So I'm going to simply drag and drop the scene I want right into my video. As you can see, Doodly is so easy to use that anyone can make doodle videos, even if they have zero tech or design skills. If you can click or drag your mouse, you can create a professional doodle video in a matter of minutes. Not only is creating a doodle video that simple, but we also have a bunch of really cool settings available too. Doodly allows you to customize your video with real hands, cartoon hands, or none at all, seeing transitions with even camera panning, and our smart erase mode to provide the realistic feel that you're looking for. And with just a couple of mouse clicks, you can also easily switch between different doodle video types at any moment. I'll change the doodle video I just created from whiteboard to blackboard in less than 5 seconds. Plus, you can even record a voiceover directly inside Doodly or add background music by simply choosing from our huge royalty-free music library. And of course, you have the option of uploading your own audio and image files as well. You can also select how long it takes the hand to draw something, so scenes, characters, and props are timed perfectly to your voiceover, should you choose to use one. Oh, and one more thing. When you upload your own image, using our enhanced Doodle Draw technology, you can make cool draw paths like this to teach Doodly exactly how you want to draw your imported images. And when you're done, you can preview your video before exporting it to a variety of formats, sizes, and qualities right to your computer, and you're ready to go. As you can see, doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments you can make in your business. And that's especially true right now. The going rate for professional doodle video creation is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to have someone make a video similar to the one that I just showed you. But with Doodly, anyone can create a doodle video regardless of tech skills and experience, meaning you can make dozens of doodle videos without paying ridiculously high fees to professional design firms. If you were to visit the Doodly.com homepage right now, you'd see the regular price for Doodly is an ongoing monthly payment, which adds up to $468 per year. But since you've landed on this promotion page, you can get your copy of Doodly right now for a one-time $67 payment. No monthly fees forever. And you'll even have access to all the free feature updates we offer our Doodly users, which is typically once every week. So to lock in this one-time $67 payment with 0 monthly fees forever, go ahead and click or tap on the button next to this video to claim your copy of Doodly today. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Doodly family.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use any fancy editing software. With Doodly, you drag, you drop, you tweak some settings, and boom, video done. It'll take you just a few minutes. So, let's hear from the Doodly creator, Brad, to see why Doodly is so easy to use and why you should grab this offer right now.
Hi, I'm Brad Callen, and in this video, I'm going to show you how anyone can quickly and easily create doodle videos, just like the one you're watching right now, using Doodly, our drag and drop doodle software that allows anyone, regardless of tech skills, to create highly engaging professional doodle videos in a matter of minutes. Because doodle videos are fun and engaging, they can get you more clicks, likes, shares, and most importantly sales than any other type of video. Which is why Doodly is now the video tool of choice for over 150,000 businesses all over the world in virtually every industry and profession that you can imagine. Doodle videos are perfect for marketing, teaching, fundraising, personal use, and even inspiring others. After all, one of the keys to a successful video is to capture your audience's attention and keep it for an extended period of time. And since you're still watching this video, you already know how great doodle videos are at doing just that. Not only are doodle videos incredibly captivating, but research shows that they massively boost learning and memory retention. As a result, viewers really absorb your message, making your videos that much more impactful. And even better, doodle videos can make complex or boring subjects fun and easy to understand. So let me quickly show you how simple and easy Doodly makes it to create an interesting professional video. Alright, here I am inside the Doodly software, which is available for Mac and PC. You'll notice that you can choose the style of your video, selecting from whiteboard, blackboard, greenboard, glassboard, and for more advanced users, you can even use a green screen background, giving you lots of control over the video style. In this example, let's create a nice looking whiteboard doodle video. You'll notice that Doodly makes it super easy to create your own doodle videos with done-for-you scenes, hundreds of characters, a huge selection of props and images, royalty-free music, and even text. And for the ultimate in customization, you can even upload your own images, fonts, props, and music. Now to create a doodle video, it's really simple. First, I'll add a headline to get people's attention, then center it before adding a character. I like this one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and add a prop too. I'll resize everything and voila, we have Steve reading a book on his chair. For the next slide, I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of adding a character or prop, I'm going to use one of Doodly's super convenient done-for-you scenes. So I'm going to simply drag and drop the scene I want right into my video. As you can see, Doodly is so easy to use that anyone can make doodle videos, even if they have zero tech or design skills. If you can click or drag your mouse, you can create a professional doodle video in a matter of minutes. Not only is creating a doodle video that simple, but we also have a bunch of really cool settings available too. Doodly allows you to customize your video with real hands, cartoon hands, or none at all, seeing transitions with even camera panning, and our smart erase mode to provide the realistic feel that you're looking for. And with just a couple of mouse clicks, you can also easily switch between different doodle video types at any moment. I'll change the doodle video I just created from whiteboard to blackboard in less than 5 seconds. Plus, you can even record a voiceover directly inside Doodly or add background music by simply choosing from our huge royalty-free music library. And of course, you have the option of uploading your own audio and image files as well. You can also select how long it takes the hand to draw something, so scenes, characters, and props are timed perfectly to your voiceover, should you choose to use one. Oh, and one more thing. When you upload your own image, using our enhanced Doodle Draw technology, you can make cool draw paths like this to teach Doodly exactly how you want to draw your imported images. And when you're done, you can preview your video before exporting it to a variety of formats, sizes, and qualities right to your computer, and you're ready to go. As you can see, doodle videos do an incredible job of educating, entertaining, and selling, making them one of the best investments you can make in your business. And that's especially true right now. The going rate for professional doodle video creation is anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 to have someone make a video similar to the one that I just showed you. But with Doodly, anyone can create a doodle video regardless of tech skills and experience, meaning you can make dozens of doodle videos without paying ridiculously high fees to professional design firms. If you were to visit the Doodly.com homepage right now, you'd see the regular price for Doodly is an ongoing monthly payment, which adds up to $468 per year. But since you've landed on this promotion page, You can get your copy of Doodly right now for a one-time $67 payment. No monthly fees forever. And you'll even have access to all the free feature updates we offer our Doodly users, which is typically once every week. So to lock in this one-time $67 payment with zero monthly fees forever, go ahead and click or tap on the button next to this video to claim your copy of Doodly today. And we look forward to welcoming you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dennis Prager. This is Otto. Otto has already fallen asleep just knowing I will be speaking. So great to have you. You're a big hit in America, Otto. I've noted, and I will note again, none of his fame has gone to his head. In fact, there really isn't much that goes to Otto's head, which is not insulting. As I've said often, I don't seek brilliance in my dogs. I just seek lovability. Anyway, this is live. Hello, everybody. This is coming to you the day after the inauguration of a new president. And though I did not vote for him, I do wish him well, because if he does good for the country, we all benefit. That should be so obvious as not to be necessary to be stated, but I state it nevertheless. I do have my worries, and I will get to them in a moment, but there's one huge theme I want to discuss that was made in that is President Biden's address, that I need to cover, and that is the call for unity. But before I do that, I want to mention one other thing that actually did disturb me, and that is the video and the pictures of President Biden in the Oval Office, the president's office, signing executive orders, wearing a mask. The reason it disturbs me primarily is that he has been vaccinated. He has gotten, in fact, both doses. So is the message that even if you are vaccinated, you will still have to wear a mask? Then what is the point of the vaccination? I don't think that people understand. In fact, I'm certain people don't understand. Not all people. The people who mandate masks, like Dr. Fauci, who wants us to wear them even after the vaccination, we're told, will be so much the answer to the COVID problem. They don't appreciate the social human price paid by widespread mask wearing. So let me make this as clear as I know how to. When I have been in the Muslim world, and I have been in many Muslim countries, and women have walked by veiled, my reaction was deep sadness that people, or almost in many cases half the population, is invisible. When you wear a mask, you are invisible. That's the point of a mask. Obviously, there's a health point in this case, but that is the point. Thieves wear masks, right? They don't want to be seen when they hold up a bank, for example, at least in the movies. And I have a deep realization, and so should you, of the human price we pay of Americans walking around not seeing one another. I watch people a great deal. I am what they call a people watcher. And one of the things I have loved about Americans, and I have talked about this, and I've talked about this to many foreigners. And remember, I've been to 130 countries. I have a pretty large base upon which to compare civilizations, societies, etc. In very few societies do strangers talk to other strangers as much as in America. Strangers kid around with strangers. It is not uncommon. Now, I love to talk to strangers. I have as much fun with strangers as I do with friends. It's sort of a challenge to me to make every elevator ride fun by just joking around in some way with the people who were stuck with me in the elevator for a minute or 2 minutes or whatever length the ride is. And they always react well. They love that somebody's kidding around. When I have been to many European countries, you don't see that. I mean, there's no knock against any given group. People have different characteristics. Germans don't kid around with other Germans the way Americans kid around with other Americans, for example. It's just not their style. I think Italians might more regularly, and it depends. Is everything okay? Wow, he's up. I've now lost you all. I can compete with any human, but I can't compete with Otto. You're a good boy. You're the man. He is very special, as you all know. Anyway, to the extent that you can continue to listen to me, this is a terrible price paid. I watch now, and I look at Americans outside stores, for example. No one's talking to anyone. It is incomparably different. If Americans were standing in a line to get into a store prior to masks, prior to COVID, there's no question people would have been talking to other people. Now, not one person, I watched for minutes, not one stranger talked to another stranger. Maybe if a family was together, they would talk to each other, but no one else did. And everybody was looking at their phone or staring out. There is a terrible price paid for masks. If we are going to be asked to wear masks after vaccination, then we're talking about an almost idiosyncratic, eccentric response. Look, I don't think that they should be worn outside in general in any event. There is no scientific basis for it. Indoors, when you're close to people, I'm not going to deal with that now. And I do, when I go into a store or pick up something at a restaurant, I do put it on as a courtesy to others. Frankly, I'm not particularly convinced of their efficacy, but that's a completely separate question. The whole point of a vaccination is that you are protected from the virus. If we still have to wear a mask, when will that end? And if you say, well, the mask is only 95%, the vaccine is only 95% effective. Okay, well, let's hope it's more than 95% effective. But if that is the case, then there will never be an end to mask wearing. Society will have paid a permanent price. We never had this in the past with all the viruses of the past. So watching the president sit there, this for half the country was a beautiful message. Look at how responsible the president is. To me, it was an irresponsible message. Look at that. The vaccine won't matter. That was the message. Remember, President Biden has both doses of the vaccine. Now on to the theme or a theme of the new president's inauguration address. He mentioned unity constantly. Unity, unity. At one time, he actually said, unity, unity. We must be united. We are an American people. Let's be united. And of course, people reacted. Many people in America reacted almost with tears, being so moved by his calls for unity. So I want to throw some cold water on this, not because I don't want unity, but I don't call for unity, and I'll explain why. Let me tell you where I learned the naivete inherent to all calls for unity. I began radio 35 years ago, and I did a show in Los Angeles, California, on the ABC radio network in California. and it was called Religion on the Line. It was an unbelievably popular show, even though it was about religion. It was actually the most widely listened to show, not because of me. I inherited a very popular show. I may have made it more popular, but it already was when I got it, so I'm not taking credit. I'm just telling you how popular it was. And each week there would be a priest, minister, and rabbi, Catholic priest, Protestant minister, and a Jewish rabbi, and different ones each week. And I did this for 10 years. So every so often, the Catholic priest or the Protestant minister would say, you know, I pray for Christian unity. This division, Protestant, Catholic, this is not what Christ had in mind. We should just all be united as Christians. And it sounded very beautiful. So I would ask the Catholic priest or the Protestant minister who said that, okay, well, so for example, if it was let's say it was the priest, would you be prepared to give up the Bishop of Rome as the Pope of the Church? And all that entails, the belief that the Pope is the vicar of Christ on earth, and in order to have unity with Protestants. Said, no, I'm not going to give up the papacy. And then I would ask the Protestant, would you be prepared for the sake of unity to take on the Catholic belief, the Catholic sacraments, or the belief that the Pope is the vicar of Christ on earth? Well, no, I mean, that's just not part of my theology. So I realized very early on, the Catholic wanted Christian unity on the basis of Catholicism, and the Protestant wanted Christian unity on the basis of Protestantism. And the same with the Jews. The Orthodox rabbi, conservative rabbi, Reform rabbi go, oh, it would be so beautiful if all Jews were united. And then I'd say, oh, okay, so are you prepared to take on Orthodox practices? Well, not really. And the Orthodox rabbi, are you prepared to take on non-Orthodox practices such as X, Y, or Z? Oh, no, of course not. So I realized they were all well-intentioned, but they were meaningless. That's why I call it naive. They were just meaningless. Oh, well, let's all unite. You know what people mean when they say let's all unite? On my terms. That's why it's dishonest. That's why it's not meant to be dishonest. I'm sure President Biden was totally sincere, just as the clergy were sincere. The rabbis were sincere, the priests were sincere, the ministers were sincere. But it means nothing, nothing. I, Dennis, would love all Americans to be united on what I believe we should unite on. And I tell you exactly what it is, the American Trinity. E pluribus unum, in God we trust, liberty. The three components of the American Trinity as I've defined it, as I've called it. I haven't defined it, I call it that. I got that from every coin. Coins have the American Trinity on them. Liberty, e pluribus unum, from many one. That's what e pluribus unum means. From many one. That is the dream, that we all identify as Americans and we all take on these basic beliefs of liberty and in God we trust. Now, I, however, don't call for this because I'm not a child. Children believe in this utopian ideal, we'll all be united. I work for it, but I don't call for it. So please, you know, when all of you folks who are progressive or liberal or whatever the term you wish to use, and you love to hear the president's call, or even some conservatives, oh, let's unite. It sounds so sweet, but it's meaningless. Because it's all, let's unite on my progressive terms. And the second reason, and this is a more negative one, the second reason that I dismiss it, the first was it's naive and childish and somewhat narcissistic, because I want everybody to unite on my values. The other one is nobody disunites America as much as the folks on the left. They're the ones who divide us by race. Not conservatives. Conservatives don't give a damn about race. The people who go around saying every white is a racist, Every white is a white supremacist? Color matters? They're calling for unity? Oh, that's what calls for a vomit bag. I mean, that's nausea-making. We conservatives believe in one American family because we don't give a damn about color. The color of your skin is as important as the color of your hair or the color of your shoes. But to the Democrats and the left, which are indistinguishable now, oh, that's really important. So this is a gay American, and this is a Hispanic American, and this is a black American, and this is a white American, and this is an Asian American, and this is the crowd calling for unity. That's really phony. Okay? So much for the calls for unity. All right, time for questions. We're not taking a pre-video question because this is live today. And let's see what has come in. All right, also live that have already just come in. Mm-hmm. Wow. So I don't have a clue what's on here. What color are your shoes? Look at that. That is awesome. The first question. There's no reason to see my shoes. My shoes are indistinguishable from boats. Michael, where is Michael? Not saying from where, just because it's a live one. They just put in, hey, Dennis, how do you feel about the executive order so transgender women can play sports against biological women? That's right. This is what's called progressive. So now you can have biological men compete against biological women. This is called fair and liberated. We have a video on this whole subject with a young woman, a 16-year-old girl, who participated in high school sports in Connecticut. She's a great runner, but she won many, many races until these biological men who said they are women. And I'm not denying that they feel they're women, and I respect that. I couldn't care less. That's fine with me. You just can't race against biological women. That's cheating. I'm against cheating. The transgender cause does not trump, sorry for the verb, does not trump cheating. If you have a male body and you are competing in track or almost any other sport against a woman, you are cheating. Period. And if you can't say that, it shows you how corrupted dialogue has become, morally corrupted and rationally corrupted in America. Okay, let's see. Cody, 26, San Diego. Hello, Dennis and four-legged partner. It's you. In the crazy times we are in right now, I have found comfort in studying the weekly Torah portions. This is obviously from a Jewish viewer. By the way, I trust you're reading my Torah commentary, my Bible commentary, the Rational Bible, which I have now been 24/7 trying to finish volume 3. It's the hardest thing I have ever done in my life, this Bible commentary, but it is my legacy, because if the Bible is properly explained, people will take it seriously. If it is not properly explained, they won't take it seriously. I find it amusing right now we are diving deep into Exodus and the plagues. That's in the readings in the synagogues. All right, let's see here. Do you think the Exodus story has applications for us right now? I use your Exodus commentary. Oh, as one of my study guides. I love it. I'm glad. Do I think the Exodus story has applications? Oh, God, do I? That's why I wrote a commentary on the book of Exodus. Without going through 500 pages, let me, and that shouldn't be intimidating. It's written very nicely in terms of how it looks, and very concisely, believe it or not, for all its words. But anyway, yeah, I'll give you one big one. The biblical teaching is awesome. The Israelites, the Jews, if you will, the ancient Jews, are freed from Egypt, but they're not free. Getting free from being a slave was only part 1 of the liberation of the Israelites. Part 2, took place after that at Mount Sinai when they got the Ten Commandments. We are enslaved, we human beings, by two possible masters, an external or an internal. Usually, no, not usually, because, well, yeah, usually in history, both. The external master is the guy wielding the whip, and for whom you have to work as a slave. When the Jews were liberated from Egypt, they were liberated from external masters. But every one of us has internal masters. The most obvious being, let's say, the drug addict. They're not free. The very term addict means you're not free. You're enslaved. You're a slave to your addiction. Life consists of two forms of freedom, from external masters and internal masters. Most people are not liberated from the second. So that's the great point. That is why I'm such an advocate of the Ten Commandments. When you learn how to control yourself, you're free. Nobody has the freedom of the person who has self-control. If you see a great dancer, a man or a woman who could do incredible things with their body when they dance, do you know how much self-discipline it took to get to that point where they could do that with their body? Now, who's freer? The person who watched TV all those years, or the person who self-disciplined with dance and gymnastics, etc.? Of course, the second one is much freer. The first one did what he or she wanted, played video games, watched movies, etc. The first one did not do what he or she wanted, and worked and worked and worked. But the end result is one is a lot freer than the other. Okay, let's see. Are there things being added while I'm talking? No, I was just curious because I see a repeat. Okay, fine. Dave, do you think the liberal Democrats in office now will try to go after Prager? I mean, try and shut you down? Yes, I do think that. I don't know if they will be successful. But please read my most recent column, in fact, of this week. It's at DennisPrager.com, townhall.com, American Greatness, Daily Wire, Jewish World Review, and many other places. And Town Hall, of course, is where it starts, if I didn't mention Town Hall. And my column is Why the Left Must Suppress Speech. And the answer is very simple. The left always suppresses speech. Liberals don't, the left does. I always make that distinction. And the reason they do is, if there is dissent, the left is never successful. That's the reason. We conservatives don't care if there's dissent. It doesn't occur to us to shut down anybody else. It truly doesn't occur to us. But it is intrinsic to leftism not to have dissent. When I, or any of the conservatives you've heard of, Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, Heather McDonald, I'm just giving off the top of my head. Go to a campus. Why did they try to make it impossible for us to come to a campus or protest tremendously? I mean, when Ben Shapiro went to Berkeley, they have $600,000 in security. Isn't that absurd? Just absurd. Anyway, why? They know that in 1 hour, an articulate conservative can undo 3 years of brainwashing at college or high school or wherever it takes place. Because it's so intellectually shallow what our colleges have become. That's why, and the left knows this, that's why they almost never agree to appear on my radio show, even though I'm extremely polite to everyone I have on, whether I agree with them or not. we're rational, moral, decent, and articulate at PragerU. That's what those videos are about. And it drives them crazy. They're afraid of a 5-minute video. They control all of the mainstream media. They control virtually every college, every high school, every elementary school. They control the movies. They control television. They control sports. And they're still afraid of a 5-minute video. Pretty interesting and inevitable. Okie doke, let's see here. Alejandra in Wellington, Florida, 25 years old. As a Venezuelan, I have never thought experiencing the exact same feeling in America as if I were still living under a communist and totalitarian regime. How is it possible to revert the damage the left has caused to the American society? My family and I are very grateful for all you do to fight against socialism. You know, I know a lot of people who came from communist countries to this country. They can't believe what they're watching. The freest country in the world is getting closer to what they fled than to what America was when they came. It's mind-blowing. I mean, the statistics are staggering. 50% of young people, is it true? Maybe you watching, you would know better than I. 50% of American young people think it's okay to censor speech if it's quote-unquote hate speech. Isn't that amazing? That was never true in America. 99% of young people 50 years ago thought you can't censor any speech. When I was a kid, Nazis, real honest-to-goodness Nazis, marched through Skokie, Illinois. They picked a Jewish neighborhood of Holocaust survivors just because they were sadists to stick the swastika in the face of people whose families were exterminated by Nazis. And everybody said they have a right to do that. This is America. The most despicable people in the world have a right to free speech. That was the belief in America all through its history. But now that the left is taking over, it's not just despicable people they censor. They just censor anybody they differ with. And 50% of young people, having gone to college and high school where they're taught this, yeah, well, it's hate speech, it's hate speech. Well, so what is free speech for? It means you're only for free speech for speech you agree with. Everything else you call hate speech, censor it. That's what they're doing. That is the end of America as we know it. The single most important freedom in life is speech. Otherwise, you're really just an animal. You eat, and you drink, and you sleep, and you work, and you have sex, but you don't speak. You're reduced to the level of an animal without free speech. What's our timing?
We're going to go a little over.
We're going to go a little over, but what is our timing?
16 minutes. We're almost at a half hour.
Do I have an internal clock or what?
Yeah.
You know, it's very funny in life, the trivia you could get proud of. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, let's see. Anne, how can we get the younger generation back to conservatism? It's not even conservatism, just back to, I don't care if you're a liberal, it's back to American values of openness and tolerance and free speech, and not dividing Americans by race. That's what we're getting back to. That's right. How do we do it? It's very simple. Education screwed them up. Education will fix them. So that's why we exist. That's why we have all the things we do at PragerU, is to offer people this beautiful, rational alternative to the left. I don't care if you come out a liberal. I just care that you leave the left, because that's totalitarian. Always has been. It's a real danger. It's a very real danger. It's why the Venezuelan is so upset. Who runs Venezuela? The right or the left? Tricia, 29, Boston, Massachusetts. Dear Mr. Prager, how can we Americans unify when there are individuals who say they welcome differences in opinion and then proceed to cancel or to instantly call one out for being racist? That's the question, isn't it? Well, we can't unify. That's the whole point. You can't call all whites racist and say, but let's unify. Who wants to unify with a racist anyway? One of the great absurdities of history, all whites are racist, and no black can be a racist. I was taught that in the 70s when I went to graduate school. I remember hearing that. The teacher said that. A black cannot be a racist. And I didn't understand that. What do you mean? Racism is a universal evil. So it is only possible for a white to be evil, or at least evil in that form? That's racist. That's the irony. Only whites could be racist is racist. How do we respectfully get their attention and open up a conversation, or even get our friends and families to listen without immediately shutting us out? They do immediately shut you out because they cannot deal with an argument, a rational, I don't mean yelling argument or fight, just a rational debate. That's why they don't debate. I have opened my radio show to any columnist at the New York Times. And the only one who has ever debated me at the New York Times, he wrote a piece against me very politely. I wrote one against him in the New York Times. He invited me onto the New York Times Facebook page. We debated there. Is Brett Stephens. But Brett Stephens, who was a never-Trumper, is essentially the one non-leftist at the New York Times. And he was the only one who agreed to debate me. They have like 50 columnists. They don't debate any of us. I don't blame them. But please, that's why they shut you up. Because they don't have the intellectual ammunition. That doesn't mean they're stupid. Many of them are very bright, but they don't have the rational basis for their arguments. It's not a rational argument that all whites are racist or that America is systemically racist. By the way, Joe Biden wants to unite America and talks about white supremacists. He's going to clamp down. Have you ever met a white supremacist? Hey, I'm not a young guy. I haven't met one in my life. If you're a white supremacist, send me an email. I'd like to talk to you. It's a made-up stuff. It's just made-up stuff. There are white supremacists, but they are not a threat to this country. The left is a threat to this country. It's also another question on this subject. Sella, 28, Tucson, Arizona. With the divisiveness on both sides of the aisle, is there anything young conservatives can do to help both sides see what they have in common as opposed to just casting blame? Is unity out of reach at this point? Well, that's why I devoted so much time to the question of unity. Anybody who says all whites are racist or that race is important is anti-unity. I mean, what are we going to unite on? Gee, you're right. I really am a scumbag. I mean, that's really what these people are asking people that they don't agree with to say to them. Sorry, I don't think that's in the cards, as they say. Mehedia, 26, Huntertown, Indiana. How do we protect free speech? Because it is at the heart of democracy. That's right. It is the heart of democracy. Democracy without free speech is not a democracy. You may have the vote, but if you can't hear what the other side has to say, the vote is meaningless. And can you speak to the double standard shown in politics and why it only seems that people outside the Beltway can see this as a problem for American society? That's what we call the swamp. That's a very serious problem. All right, everybody. Let's see. I think we'll call it a day. A lot of the questions are in fact on the subjects that I've covered. So I hope this has been a help. And I want to end with what I began. I discussed the unity. If there is a position that people should wear masks after they've been vaccinated, well, that's a very bleak future for society, and that's not science-based. That's fanaticism-based. It depressed me to see President Biden with a mask on, a man who's just been vaccinated. There is a case against better safe than sorry, because sometimes too safe and you'll be really sorry. You end up losing your life in the name of being safe. And that's what I fear is happening. When Americans aren't talking to each other any longer, the friendliest people in the world in many ways, because of the mask, it's a big price. See you next week. Thanks.